everyone. Happy Friday to you. You know what day it is, right? What time of day it is, anyway. It's Free Advice Friday. And with Free Advice Friday, you get your questions asked by this brainiac that happens to just be hacking his lungs out.
You understand what you just said?
Brainiac?
No, you said you get your questions asked by this guy here.
Yes.
No, your questions answered, not asked.
Oh, okay, let's start over. Okay.
People that see these videos know how much I suffer through this.
You get your questions answered.
Not asked by me.
I'm sorry, I need more coffee this week.
I think you're off the medicine.
Dang it. Okay, well, let's just get through this flipping thing. Okay, here's the deal. The first question is this. Okay, Pink, you know Pink, right? The singer Pink? Probably not.
No,
He's terrible with pop culture. Well, her son, I guess this last week or within the last week or so, had hand, foot, and mouth disease. And your viewers want to know, what the heck is hand, foot, and mouth disease?
This little guy?
He's a little bitty guy.
Yeah, well, he probably got his hand, his foot stuck in his mouth.
At the same time, that's what that is.
That's
okay,
hand, foot, mouth disease.
well, there's that one.
That's almost fixed.
Yeah, you asked that question, great. Okay.
No, it's actually a viral infection. It's actually a Coxsackie virus, and it's been around a long time. It's usually benign. I run a little fever, get a little sick, a little bit lethargic, but it's self-limited. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
And the rashes that come up on their hands, their feet, their mouth, sometimes on their back, their belly, they get a few rashes there. It's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
But they are contagious. It's contagious by contact. So if kids touch another kid will get it. It's exposure, I think, through the air too, so aerosolized stuff. But yeah, it's pretty contagious virus.
And it just looks like little red dots.
Little red dots, yeah.
All clumped up together.
No, they're on your palms, on the soles of your feet, on your face, some on your chest and your belly.
Yep, that's where he had his.
Oh, that's what
I saw the pictures.
Yeah, Coxsackie virus infection.
Secchi.
Coxsackie. 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 Yeah.
Well, that's sick. That's not a good joke. I was going to say that sucks, but the way I was going to say it was weird. I'm not going to say it. Okay. God, just move
And they wonder why I roll my eyes.
Okay, we're going to keep moving on. Let's just keep moving on. How do you?
That's fine, let's go.
Okay, so here's the deal. So the CDC just came out with some new guidelines for vaccinations for adults. So adult vaccinations. The new guidelines are this. Basically, they think adults need to have Hep B, HPV, flu, serotype B meningitis vaccine, flu vaccine, not the nasal mist specifically to the flu vaccine part. They also said that people with health insurance are more likely to get vaccinated, those who aren't, or I think it's 2 to 5 times less likely to get vaccinated if they're not insured.
It really depends on the insurance. It really depends on the insurance company whether or not they're even going to pay for it. I mean, it's kind of crazy because I think like when United Healthcare, you can't go to the pharmacy and get a flu vaccine because they won't reimburse the pharmacy. But you can go to your doctor's office and they'll reimburse the doctor.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those insurance company things, which I don't care for these people at all, But of all those vaccines, I think they're all good and reasonable, and I understand why they want to do it, because they're trying to eliminate these diseases like polio and a few of the other diseases that have been eradicated in the United States for the most part. Smallpox, eradicated disease. And this is all done through just tremendous vaccination.
And HPV is a new big one that they're trying to get.
There's a lot of different strains to it, and yes, they really there's just so many people in the world. There's just so many exposures. So yeah, I can see that. I agree with all those, with the exception of the flu vaccine. I think it's kind of worthless, but I've always thought it was worthless.
Okay, so Hep B, HPV, flu vaccination not missed, and meningitis. How old do you need to be, or how often as an adult do you need to get these vaccinations?
Oh, typically, the problem with it is they don't know how long your immune system lasts, okay? And to give you an example, we'll talk about tetanus, okay? We've all got tetanus shots till we're 18 years old. and they say get a tetanus shot if you haven't had one in 10 years. Okay, well, there's a lot of people that get tetanus throughout the course of their life that were vaccinated when they're 18, but now they're 45, but they don't come down with tetanus because they still have the antibodies. And I think if you look at the studies, last year the majority of cases of tetanus, true tetanus cases that were diagnosed, they were over the age of 65. Because your immune system breaks down, forgets the immunity to tetanus, and then you get the disease. So no one really knows, and it's based upon individuals, how long these immunities to these diseases will actually last. So
that's your primary care doctor?
No, you can get on the website CDC and they'll recommend 3 to 5 years. I mean,
I don't even remember the last time I was vaccinated.
I mean, hepatitis B, that should last you 20 years. Tetanus, I think they say every 10, but it's probably more likely 20 years. Meningitis, okay, that one's probably good for life. Shingles vaccine's probably good for life. Because a lot of times when you get those vaccines, the shingles and stuff like that, Christ, you're 65 years of age anyway, you're going to be dead before you ever get the shingles again. So.
That's morbid.
I'll just keep it real.
You keep it real.
I keep it real.
All right.
Yeah. But that's a long answer to kind of an interesting question. But I don't like the flu vaccines. I think they've been pretty worthless for the last 20 years, and I just don't see how they are very effective.
Okay.
I'm sure every doctor out there is probably going to scream and yell at me and tell me I'm an idiot, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Scream away. I don't care.
Call them what you want. They don't care.
Don't matter me one bit.
Okay. Well, I think that's it. We only have 2 questions that we were trying to keep it short this week.
Good.
Alrighty, that's all of your questions that he answered, and he did a fine job.
See you next Friday.
Alright, see you guys.